Everett, and you're a senior at the Wheeler School?
I am.
Excellent. Please proceed.
Um, all right. Thank you so much for having us here, representatives. It's strange for me to think. Well, 12 years ago, I was sitting in my first grade classroom in East Greenwich Public School, and I never would have thought that I would have made it here to be speaking in front of you. In the first grade, I was not keeping up with my peers reading wise, and I was forced to stay behind in class when all the other students would go out to recess or lunch. I was placed in special ed, where the teachers made a real effort to do the best that they could with their resources. But when you have one teacher and 15 different students, each with a different learning difference, that there aren't the resources or the education to provide the support that those kids need. And my parents tell this story where I came home from school one day in absolute tears, absolutely bawling. And I said, I'm just not smart. Who does that? You're a first grader. And you come up with the idea that you're just not as intelligent as the other students are. And I think that there's something really problematic with that. Because once the kids believe that they're smart, they will do anything to make it true. But if they don't have that, if they don't believe that they can compete, if all that they see is they're not able to compete with the other students in their class and learning how to read, that will stick with them. And they won't be able to deal with the failures and the disappointments that come later in life because they have a deep lack an inability to believe in themselves. And I was lucky enough to have parents that wouldn't take that from me. And they said, no, you were smart. And they pulled me out of public school. And I got to go to the Hamilton School. And for the first time in my life, it was like I was competing on an even playing field. And I had a chance.
We're getting close to 2 minutes.
All right.
Yes, he'll get it. Yep.
My point is that it doesn't take a lot of support to change the life of a young dyslexic student. But once you get just a little bit, once the students start to believe that they're smart, once they get the attention and the support that they need, they'll take off. I graduated from Hamilton 3 years early. I started learning to read in Spanish. I'm reading classical literature, Marcus Aurelius, the Old Testament. And I don't know where I would be if I didn't get to go to Hamilton. And I don't know how many students out there whose lives are waiting to be changed by the kind of support that I got. And it doesn't take a lot, but gosh, is it effective.
And that's what I call effective testimony.